Good morning, friends. In this channel, from today we'll see a series of Goods and Services Act 2017. So, this video series will contain the lectures about Goods and Services Tax. In this video, we will see what is Goods and Services Tax introduction. So, what is Goods and Services Tax and what is the meaning of it? So, earlier there are a lot of taxes, lot of indirect taxes was collected by state and central government as well. So, some of the past indirect taxes, if we see, is excise duty, customs duty, services tax, central sales tax, value added tax, and some other tax like luxury tax, gift tax, and all. And indirect taxes in present, it's mentioned as future, it's wrong, it's a present. In present, it is only GST and customs duty are available. The rest all taxes are subsumed into GST. So whenever the sale of goods or providing service, this GST will be levied by the state government, the central government and state government as well. So features of the GST, if you see, it is having a wider base as number of people pay indirect tax rather than the direct tax. It is not on the tax, not the tax on the income, rather it is a tax on a revenue of sale. Whenever the sale is happening from the manufacturer to retailer or a retailer to consumer, this indirect tax will be levied. And the liability of the tax will be shifted from one person to another person whenever the retailer is purchasing the goods from the distributor or manufacturer, and he is liable, the retailer is liable to pay tax. When the retailer is selling the goods to another person, there is a consumer, here the consumer is liable to pay tax. Hence, the consumer is the whole responsibility to pay the entire tax from the manufacturer to consumer. Hence, when the sale is happening to the consumer, the liability of paying tax is also get shifted to the consumer. So that is one of the major feature in this indirect tax, and this is a major tax source for revenue to the government, and it promotes social welfare. So what this GST is doing in social welfare, and see, if we see, for tobacco products, high rates of tax GST or tax are levied. Hence, when the cost price, when the MRP is getting higher, the sale will get reduced. That will be the concept. So with that point, we can say it promotes the social welfare through GST. So these are all the past indirect taxes subsumed. I already said excise duty, service tax, central sales tax, additional customs duty, tax on betting and gambling, entertainment tax, luxury tax, advertisement tax, value added tax, and other taxes by state government. So as I said, these tax will be levied by both the central and state government. These are also the types of GST. CGST will be levied by central government. It will be called as Central Goods and Services Tax. Second one is a state Goods and Services Tax. Third one is Integrated Goods and Services Tax. And fourth one is Union Territory Goods and Services Tax. If we see, for intrastate sale or intra-union territory supply of goods or services, this CGST and IGST will be levied. So how it will be? So whenever the sale is happening between the state government, within the state government, for example, the sale is happening in Tamil Nadu and the purchaser is also in Tamil Nadu, then SGST and CGST will be levied. So we go to the next slide to understand this better. So intrastate supply and interstate supply. First we need to understand what is intrastate supply. In these two parameters have to be evaluated to understand, to decide whether it is interstate supply or intrastate supply. One is the location of the supplier, second is the place of supply of goods, that is where the goods or services get received. So where is the receiver end, where is the supplier end. So when the supplier located in one state and the receiver located on the same state, it will be called as intrastate supply. When the supplier located in one state and the receiver located in another state or another union territory, it will be called as interstate supply. So we go back to the types of GST slide. Okay, suppose in case of intrastate supply, we'll take case by case. First we will see intrastate supply. Intrastate supply means, as I said, the supply happens and the receiving happens within the same state. For example, the supplier is one X Limited, which is located in Chennai, Tamil Nadu. X Limited is supplying goods, 100 bags of cement. For example, 100 bags of cement supplied by X Limited located in Chennai. The same 100 bags of goods purchased by Y Limited, which is located in Madurai. Chennai and Madurai both located within the state Tamil Nadu. Hence, this supply we can decide as intrastate supply. Point number one is over. Second, to levy what type of GST? As Tamil Nadu involved, definitely it will be a state GST, SGST, and the portion is to be shared with the central government and state government, and obviously it will be CGST and SGST should be levied. So in case of intrastate supply, that is within the state, CGST and SGST will be levied. We'll go to the next case, that is interstate supply. When the location of supplier is in one state and the receiver of the goods is in the another state. We take the first example itself, that is X Limited, which is supplying 100 bags of cement located in Chennai. In this case, Z Limited, which is receiving the 100 bags of cement, purchasing the 100 bags of cement, located in Andhra Pradesh, Chittoor. In this case, we can decide the supply is interstate supply and the tax should be levied is the IGST, that is integrated goods and services tax should be levied when the goods or services supplied between states or supplied between union territories or supplied between state and union territory. In any case, integrated GST will be levied. So this integrated GST will go to the central government. Half of the portion will be taken, not half of the portion. Some portion will be taken by the central government and the rest will be shared with the states, among the states. So that portion, that rest percentage has not yet been decided. Hence, the entire portion of the tax will be collected by the central government. The entire portion of the tax will be restrained with the central government as of now. Then what is UTGST? You can replace the state government, the word state government, with the union territory. In both the cases, UTGST will be applicable. In the first example, 100 bags of cement supplied by X Limited, which is located in Chennai. Instead of Chennai, if we take it as in Delhi or Pondicherry, UGST will be levied, and for central government, CGST will be levied. CGST and UTGST will be levied. If in the case of state government, CGST and SGST will be levied. That's all. So in this video, we had seen what's goods and services tax, what are all the past tax, what is the present tax, indirect tax, what are the features, and what are all the past indirect taxes subsumed with GST, and what is dual GST model, types of GST, intrastate supply, interstate supply. That is enough. We'll see rest of the things in the next video. Thank you for watching. Kindly subscribe Indian Law Study channel. Thank you. Don't forget to share your feedback.